Hi everybody, and welcome to another Dust Family International YouTube video. In this video we're going to do a little two-parter. In the first part we're going to give you a small geography lesson on where we are in the world before we take you outside and show you our little community. So you can see here we're all the way over here in China. Here's the UK over this side. About 12.5 hours flight time, so yeah, quite a long way around. Okay, so we live in an area in southern China, in the Guangdong province actually, and our community is called Lingnan, Piedmont. Lingnan means south of Nanling Mountain, so the region of China that we live in used to cover Guangdong, Guangxi, just here, Hainan, which is this island, half of Vietnam down to about the halfway line, and Hong Kong and Macau. So that was all south of Nanling Mountain. It was called Lingnan. So that's where we live. If we zoom in a little bit further, we can come to this region here in the Guangdong province, and you can see I've got the map set to elevation, and then you can see this area around here is very flat. So this is called the Pearl River Delta, and it's a metropolitan region that's actually the third richest part of China. It's a megalopolis, and it's got 79 million people living in it. If you want to compare that to the UK is only 67 million people. But the UK is 93,000 square miles. This little part of China is only 5,150 square miles. So it's got a very high population density. Okay, so if we scroll in a little bit further, we'll talk about what's highlighted here in a second. But this is Guangzhou, and this is where we live. Guangzhou has a population of 18.7 million, so it's approximately twice the size of London's population, but it's 3 times, nearly 4 times bigger actually. And so as a result of this, the population density is about half. So this little bit here that's highlighted, this is the region of Guangzhou called Huangpu. And this is very, very sparsely populated in terms of a big megalopolis, and part of that is because it's very hilly, very mountainy, but it also extends up into this little mountain region here and all the way around it, and that's very sparsely populated and very quiet. So Huangpu is 187 square miles in total, so that makes it about a quarter of the size of London, but it's only got 1.25 million people, so it's very, very, very sparsely populated in relation to, for instance, London. Okay, if we zoom in a little bit further then into the Huangpu region, we come to this little section here, which is called Guangzhou Science City, and this is where we live and this is where I work. Guangzhou Science City was built specifically as a high-tech and research and development institution region. So it's a very, very rich region of the city, hence why it's got 3 international schools that are all somewhere around the sort of $45,000 a year mark to pay to send your kids to them. So it's very prosperous. For instance, we've got headquarters, or southern China headquarters of Samsung, LG, Sony, Hitachi, GlaxoSmithKline, the China State Shipbuilding. They're all in this region. So it's got an awful lot going on, but it's, as you can see from my other videos, pretty quiet area. So this is where work is, just down here. This Jiangfengshang, this is the park that you've got in another video. We've cycled around the park. And this little bit here at the top of Keixiang Road, this is Lingnan, Piedmont. So let's have a look at this on another little tab here. You can see when you go onto the satellite view, the roads don't quite line up, but this is the region that we live in. Just here, this is the Hilton Hotel with a beautiful big swimming pool in the back of it, very luxurious little place. Just across the road from that, you can see here, this is the park here that we cycle around. This huge thing with all these little blue bits on it, this is the National Tennis Academy. And just around the corner from that is where I play badminton. Just here, this is the National Badminton Academy. Go across here, this curved building here, this is the Bank of China. And right behind that, these 3 buildings here, and you can see it's got this lovely rooftop football pitch and tennis court. This 1, 2, 3 buildings, this is where I work. And it's about 1.33 miles away from where we live. which is Lingnan Piedmont here. So the Piedmont bit means at the foot of a hill, and this is the hill you can see outside our balcony that you can see on another video. Just across the road from us on our latest video, I point this out, this is a tea museum. Well, we do like our tea in China. And this is Lingnan Piedmont. As you can see, it's got 13 buildings centered around this lovely swimming pool, which Andreas is very sad about. It's only open for 2 months of the year. We're not quite sure why, because it's pretty hot most of the year. This is building 10 at the very end here, the nicest, quietest building with the loveliest view over the mountain. And this is where we live, on the 15th of 32 floors. Just at the front here, and again this is on our latest video, we go cycling past the front of it. This is called King Hill Mall, which is our local mall, and it has literally everything you could ever need just in a small little mall there at the front of our little apartment complex. Okay, so that's the geography lesson part of today's video. We'll take you outside now, and we'll give you a little cycling tour around our community. Okay, so we're outside building 10. That's our building. It's 9:40 on Sunday morning. Actually quite cool today, 25 centigrade, but with 87% humidity, which is kind of nuts. That's typical of Guangzhou. So let's take you on a cycle ride around Lingnan. As I said to you on the other video, it's 13 buildings. Those 13 buildings contain just over 1,500 apartments in a 16 or so acres land. So it's essentially a small town. It's got lots of, as you can see there, kiddies play areas. On the ground floor of every building there's something sort of exercisey to do. We've got a tennis table, a ping pong table, table tennis table. Lots of them have got little exercise machines. As you can also see, it's got lots of beautiful landscape features, making it look, we're going to show up the pool, and lots of beautiful little pond areas like that one there. There are fish in that actually, I saw somebody fishing in it once. So this path that we're on right now is about half a mile, just over half a mile all the way around, and it goes around the exterior. Yeah, we'll go and pull into the pool. So it goes around, I say the exterior, but it's the sort of interior of all of the apartment entrances. Let's turn left and go to the pool. As I said at the beginning of this video, Andreas is very unhappy that this pool is only open for a couple of months a year. Oh, they've started to fill it, although that might just be the rain. But there's the pool. Okay. Yeah, with some grannies on it. IEs as they're called here. It's quite common, especially in a very middle class area like this. Obviously it's almost entirely professional working people. There's lots and lots and lots and lots of grandmas and granddads that are looking after children while parents work. So right in front of us right now you can see the mall. This is the back end of the mall. We cycled across the front end of the mall yesterday. Put that video up yesterday. Here's the entrance to the mall, and then the little blue shop over there is the post office. Half of the post office parcels get delivered to us, and the other half get delivered to there, and we have to go and collect them.
By the way, they have a McDonald's.
Yeah, well, they saw the McDonald's on yesterday's video when we drove past the front. It's got a McDonald's, it's got a cinema, it's got a supermarket, it's got lots of different shops. Yeah, there's a garden on the top, although that's not actually finished yet, but yes, there is a a huge area on the top that's supposed to be landscaped. I just don't think they ever got around to that. If that was a dog or a rat. So this is the sort of main entrance, so we'll go down to the front of this and show you. This has got steps that come up from the lower area, which we're going to go down to in a minute. You can tell it's cool, it's quite busy. Normally it's pretty quiet at this time of day because it's already up to 30 centigrade, but apparently, this is obviously only our second May here, apparently it's the coolest May they've had in a very long time. And we're certainly not complaining about that. Alright, so we're back to building 10. Let's go along the back path, Andreas. So that's the interior path. The exterior path can't go all the way around, but it's still nice to show you. This is up against the mountain. Where are you going? And then those steps there go up to a lovely little walkway that goes all the way along the length of the back of Lingnan up against the mountain. It's a very peaceful place to walk. You can't cycle up there because there's a lot of steps to get up to it, but you can see it just there. Here are all the insects. There's a lot of cicadas, which are the size of your thumb. You mean the path up there, yeah? Yeah, I've just said about that. You didn't give me enough notice. Andreas has just turned left. The reason he went to turn left, he obviously plays around here, so he knows the little nooks and crannies far more. But you can't go any further than where I'm about to go. But as you can see, there's a gate. Just outside the gate is a primary school. And then again, there's the mall. I've never seen this gate open. Right, I'll go and find Andreas. Lots of little nooks and crannies like this. Well, so they didn't find me. Then I go back to building 10, and then I'll take you down the road. Show you the under part and the main entrance. video at this stage, just to wait for Andreas to find me. Right, Andreas is caught up, so show you the main entrance from the bottom. And then that's pretty much Lingnan. In front you can see the cars coming out. The car park is one way, so this is the main entrance where the cars come in, all security controlled. And I just come around, there's the main entrance to Lingnan. Alright, so we'll go back home now via the underground car park. Just give you a quick peek of that. So this is the first of 2 underground stories. We're not going to go down to -2. But this is -1. Speed bumps. Don't know if you can pick this up because it's quite dark in here today. There's this car away. Careful, things are reversing now. Okay, that's Lingnan.